Who killed Peleus, Tornado or Micaiah?
I'd Micaiah just because it was appropriate for the story, like, you know.
Oh yeah, for the end game too. It's kind of well, it's ironically fitting that she kills him for the end game, for the epilogue.
Just going through random context that we really already know. The only difference is she's explaining it to Alencia instead of the Daeans.
No, she's explaining that whenever a Laguz and a Bjork have a child together, the Laguz loses their powers.
Yeah.
That's basically what. Though I think she looks human though. I mean.
Yeah.
Do they lose that like their look? Well, of course dragons look human.
Yeah, that's probably why.
So yeah, like do they lose their do they turn into a Bjork basically?
Pretty much, yeah.
Or do because I'm sure people who have or like Laguz that are other that are hawks. Laguz hawks and okay, I'll stop talking for epic narrator man.
For the epic narrator.
It gives her allies advance warning of attacks by the disciples, thus prepared for each battle. The group keeps casualties to a minimum as they travel south through Benion. Micaiah and her company clash repeatedly with the disciples of order. Eventually, they pass through the central mountains and into the lonely wastelands of the vast Grand Desert. They are sustained only by their faith that they will reunite with their companions at the Tower of Guidance.
Why do they spell Gran with two N's? The Grenanin Desert?
It's Grand Desert.
I don't know.
Well, Grand.
Maybe it was originally an M, but like somehow through the time and space of history,
the sign got weird.
Split in half.
Like, the sign got worn by Link. He split it.
Huzzah!
Now, see here you see how much of a jerk Lycan is, and how Hetzel isn't. He isn't a bad. He's a bad guy, but he's not a jerk.
Yeah. It's kind of like he made a mistake and he can't really go back, so he just
and he'll find that out in next chapter.
Yeah.
What exactly? He'll find out Hetzel's story, kind of. No, he's not the boss. He's not the boss there.
No, he's not. So they talk about how Micaiah.
I'm getting the voice acting all of this. I'm probably gonna have my work cut out for me. Voice acting all of this because I do voice that. I voice act whenever my little brother's watching it, but at least when I do Knights of the Old Republic, which I'm hoping to do before the Old Republic comes out, at least the voice acting's already done for me.
And the entire world is underwater. Sandstorm! Yune, use Sandstorm. I wouldn't say it's super effective, but...
Well, it can't be super effective because it's not an attack.
Well, no, because she can use any type of spell, whether it's fire. I think her main one's fire.
I don't know, yeah. It'd be funny if the Sandstorm just killed everyone. Well, at the end of the game, Yune got mad. The entire world ended. Bye.
There's one game Voltage McGammer did. It's called Live a Life. And at the end, you can choose who you want to be, like, out of anybody, including a boss. And so you can be, like, the boss attacking people. And if your health gets down to 1/3, you have an attack that's called Armageddon, and you can just end the world. And that's the end of the game, dude. It's like...
I'll have to watch that. I haven't watched much of... I watched this Fire Emblem, which I really wish he would finish. Has he finished that?
No.
Why? I know you lost your data, but by now you should have gotten back up. Especially...
I think it's mostly because he's got all that work cut out for him. I just checked his page a few hours ago, and he said he has a lot of work.
How many...
Like, not on the
Let's
game.
Plays is he doing? How many Let's Plays is he doing right now?
Total? I think 3.
Has he finished Final Fantasy VIII? Because he's on the final boss, I think. Or no, wait, there's like 4 CDs, and he's only on the second one, so he's on the final boss of the 4th CD, though. Which is the same final boss as on the first CD, in case you didn't watch. Only he basically loses on the first CD. He gets pierced. He gets impaled by ice. Which is probably my preferred thing to get impaled by, because at least it doesn't. At least it's not like, I don't know, like, at least it's cold. So
So now we have a Tome of Light. So we got one of fire and then one of light.
Nosferatu.
The one that steals HP. I love that thing.
Nosferatu means vampire in a certain language that I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's Latin, actually.
What do we have?
Yeah, all they have is Olivite grass at this point.
What a ripoff.
Or actually, in the final chapter, you get a bunch of skill scrolls, which actually just makes sense so you can get everyone up to SS.
Yeah.
And you have plenty of money, unless you want to forge a bunch of stuff. Which even if you don't buy a bunch of stuff, you can just forge something for every single character that doesn't get a holy weapon.
Yeah.
And then you can still spend a bunch of money on the skill scrolls, or what are they called?
Nope, you can't use it. I didn't think so. I think it's like, yeah, it's an S.
How much bonus experience points did you put into Laura?
A lot. But she's really good.
I know she is, but I don't think you need to put that much. I mean, yeah, you're gonna put a bunch of it into your main healer, but who are you using? Mist, or you're gonna use Laura, right?
I'm actually probably gonna use both. Just in case.
Do you have enough room on your final?
Yeah, probably.
Final chapter roster.
I've gone in there with actually, instead of like you can have like a max of certain things, I went in there with 3 less than the max, just because. And it wasn't because I just like flat out, you know.
Yeah, I really wish there was a specific character that you could bring in that you get like in the last chapter.
Yeah.
You know, you get the last chapter, you only use him for 1 chapter, and then not this bonus character, the character you pay to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Lancia's last chapter, you basically pay to get him, and you only use him in that chapter. Though you get a bunch of money if you get like all your money for the final chapter.
Yeah, I took his weapons like and put them in the convoy. So
yeah, because you have to use Soth, and that character is basically the equivalent of a thief.
Yeah.
So basically, and you have to use Soth. So unless he said you don't bring as many people, you might as well bring him because he's epic.
Yeah, I know.
Because he's the most epic person of said class in the Fire Emblem history. Because all the other person of said class are not.
Yeah.
Insert class here are not as epic. Are you gonna use?
Oh, I only let him go up to 8, I think.
Are you gonna use?
Aaron? Probably.
Yeah.
Because I don't use him enough, really.
Yeah, Aaron is. I think Aaron actually is better than Nephany. It's just you get.
It's because he's got so much defense.
Yeah, and the problem with the Dawn Brigade people is you don't get them as much. I mean.
Yeah.
You get them for part 1, and then for the last few chapters in part 2.
And that's really about
part 3, and then you get them all in part 4, and there's only 7 chapters in part 4. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Though, I mean, they're already at the Grand Desert, so they can't be that far from Sidon.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not much of a spoiler, because, I mean, if you had, they'd go, like, one space at a time.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so I think that's it for this little part right here. Yeah. So, I'm actually not going to do the Grand Desert right now, because I don't think I have enough memory on the SD card to get through that thing, because it takes way too long. So, yeah. I will see you guys in the next part.